Before we head over to sports with Karen Kibet, let's do some business. And the awaited Kenyan-made mobile phone will cost 5,000 shillings. The government says the construction of the assembling facility is at an advanced stage, with a launch expected to happen in the second half of this year. Information, Communication and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo has said the low-price phone will help deepen access to electronic government services and expand the number of smartphone devices in the country. Plans to have a Kenyan-made smartphone were floated 10 years ago, but lack of funds delayed the project.
Being home of the pioneer mobile money technology, Kenya is often regarded as a hotbed of innovation in Africa, thrusting the country on the global innovation hub. To cement this position, Kenya last year launched a 10-year detailed master plan that prioritizes investment in digital infrastructure, data management, digital upscaling, innovation, and policy and legal framework.
We've had several engagements in the last few weeks with the private sector. First, on the digital superhighway, we've had discussions with all the players who are involved in building the infrastructure and see how we can bring synergy in that sector.
We then also need to empower both the people working in government, but also our citizens to be able to access these services.
Speaking during the launch of the 12th Connected Summit, Information, Communication and Digital Economy Cabinet Secretary said plans are at an advanced stage to start the assembly of a Kenyan-made mobile phone to enhance digital access. This year's father called on the private sector to invest in the development of 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic infrastructure to support efforts towards the realization of the digital economy.
It is advisable that as government we will only undertake 52% of that. The remaining 48% has to be rolled out by the private sector.
Speaking during this year's Connected Kenya Investor Summit, Owalo said the government plans to move all public services and payments to the digital platform by June this year. The theme for this year's summit is Endless Opportunities Shaping the Future, for more synergy between the government and the private sector to support the digital economy.
And based on feasibility studies that have been undertaken, we envisage that we should be able to have locally produced smart-enabled telephones at a cost of about $40 per unit.
It is hoped that this year's Connected Summit will have outcomes that will define how ICT will continue to enable Kenya realize the objectives of the government's digital transformation agenda in line with Vision 2030, as well as the Kenya National Digital Master Plan.
Ahead of the Connect Summit 2023 that is scheduled for April, one thing is clear. For Kenya to fully realize a digital economy, government cannot do it alone. It requires investment from the private sector. I'm Regina Manyara reporting for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.